Good morning. Mr. Bill Bailey, good morning, sir. Mr. Ryan Swallow in Sacramento. Ms. Angeline down in Fresno, thank you so much. Mr. Tom Johnson, thank you so much. Mr. Michael Wise, good seeing you. Miss Castro, God bless you. Miss Natasha, boss lady out of Fresno, thank you. Miss Pat Robinson in Oakland, hello, young lady, how you doing? Caroline Baker, thank you so much for joining us today. TJ in Ohio, thank you so much. Hey, Mr. Wright, ladies, we got Mr. Wright on the phone. Hello, Mr. Wright. All you girls look for Mr. Wright. He's on the call today. Mr. Darrell Ransom, thank you so much. Mr. Shakeel Cooper, thank you for joining us. Hey, folks, we got a great call lined up. As you know, I sent a text message out today. Our lineup today is Mr. Shakeel Cooper. Before we bring him on, let me tell you, tomorrow we got Mr. Alan Roop will be here tomorrow, Wednesday. On Thursday, Mr. Dean Torelli. On Friday, Mr. Julian Lewis. But today, and don't forget the four horsemen, every day today at 1 o'clock and 3, we're doing every day in the month of April, 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock, we're on here. Myself, Mr. Nelson, Mr. Oren Solomon, and Mr. James Atlam, every day, 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock Pacific Coast time. And don't forget, on Wednesdays and Fridays at 6, I am doing a, 1 through 8 with leadership afterwards. And we had to postpone our call last night at 7 o'clock with Spears because of the tornado that hit. And also keep Gary DeBose in prayer because Georgia was hit pretty hard and everybody on his block was hit, but he's got energy and lights, and anyway, he's going to sign everybody in the neighborhood up. But today, everybody, we got a great call lined up today. Mr. Bailey, I know you're excited. I know Miss Boss Lady's excited. Mr. Pat Robinson's excited out there in Oakland. And this young man is just, I just have a heart. Just this man is just amazing to me. I've been watching him start flourishing when he first came over to ACN, start making some big money, and the money kind of went to his head a little bit. I want him to tell his story, and God had his way of humbling us and getting people out of our lives and then resetting them back on solid ground. And he's taken off like a rocket ship ever since. He's got a beautiful little one down in Houston, Texas, and I think he's today in Houston or back east. I wanted him to tell all that, but I want you guys to pay very close attention to Mr. Cooper's story. I've been watching this young man and just so proud of him and the ups and downs and adversities that making big money early on could do for you. And I want him to tell his story today. And a lot of you never heard the story, so get ready to be wowed. So take notes and listen closely. None other than the young man hails from back on the eastern seaboard, Mr. Shakeel Cooper, Regional Vice President on top of that. Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Sounds great. Before I do say anything about myself, I do want to thank Mr. Thomas for allowing me to speak on today's call. He's always been that father figure in ACN. Just always pouring into someone like me that, came from a background in Baltimore City, no business background. 20 years old when I seen ACN for the first time ever, and I got excited. And the reason why I got excited because for the first time in my life, I seen an opportunity where I can become my own boss. More importantly, I seen an opportunity where I can get away from my current job, which was Applebee's. Because I was working at Applebee's, I was going to college as, everyone else does at 20 years old. But at that point in my life, I really didn't want to do either one of those things. So I seen ACN, I got started on the spot. I took it really serious. And in my first 15 months in the company, was able to make over 6 figures by the age of 21 years old. I've been able to have the car. It's basically become live my dream. And from there, I was able to lose everything. And by losing everything, it really pushed me to keep grinding and keep pushing. Fast forward today, I have about 1,165 business partners, close to 5,000 customers that we get paid on every single month. And the reason why I do the business today is for my son. When I first got involved with my mom, my grandmother, but today, my son is 2 years old. He's going to be 3 in a couple months. And by me being a young dad, I just wanted to give him a lifestyle that he never had to worry about money. He never had to know what struggle is, because by me getting involved in ACN and just setting a foundation, it's been able to give me something that I never thought was possible, to be able to be in my 20s and haven't had to punch a clock since I was 20 years old. I'm 27 today. So imagine you seeing a business at 20 years old, taking it serious. And for almost 7 years now, you've been able to have your time back. And one of the reasons why I love ACN, because just imagine right now where most people, they can't go out to work. Most people, they're losing a lot of money. They can't generate income. But here, we're so blessed and fortunate in ACN where we can still earn income. And throughout the ups, throughout the downs, ACN continued to cut a check every single week in this business. So the fact that you can go through life and you can go through different things, you can still continue to get paid. Why? Because we offer services that people get paid for, and people got to pay for every single month. And I do have a couple of things that I did put together today for this leadership call. And I want to let everyone know that we're a customer acquisition company, meaning that in order to generate income in this opportunity, you have to get customers. And with people being stuck in their home right now, just imagine the people gas and electricity bills. You know, people talking about, you know, they can't leave their homes, but they're stuck in their homes and they're paying $400, $500, $600, you know, gas and electricity bill, where maybe a couple months ago it was maybe only $200. But because you're stuck in the house, you're watching TV all day, you're opening the refrigerator every couple seconds, you know, you're taking a shower, you're using all the electricity. Now you can have an opportunity to get paid on it. Just think about your cell phone. You're on your cell phone all day. You know, you're using all of the services that ACN offer. Why not build a business where right now, with the situation that we're in, people are using these services? You can take this advantage to build your business. People are stuck in the house. You know, now everyone's talking about working from home. For years, we've been telling people you need to work from home. And now it's becoming the norm. So people are now more open to learning about opportunities like ACN. And for me, someone like me with no business background, you know, I had to learn a lot of things, you know, because I didn't learn how to control money. I didn't know anything about money. All I knew was I was a young guy and I was making a lot of money. And with making a lot of money comes with a lot of responsibilities. And what I love about this company is that the leadership, you know, the people that you can learn from, the situations that you're going to go through, most of these people has already been in your situation and they can teach you how to get out of it, but more importantly, how to never come back into it. But what I love about ACN is building a team. Just imagine right now if you had teams of thousands of people, hundreds of people that are stuck in their home, but they're doing webinars, they're getting customers, they're generating income. You know, I look at my business right now, you know, without me having to tell my team what to do, they're doing their own thing. They're signing up business partners, they're signing up customers. When I look on the charts, they're there, they're running their own business. And the reason why, because the goal in ACN is to build a business that one day that you don't have to work it all the time if you don't want to. If you want to take a month off and spend it with your family, you can do that and still generate income. See, that's why I got involved. It's not just for the money, it's more about the freedom. But the only way that you can acquire freedom in this company is by acquiring a lot of reps and acquiring a lot of customers. And you can earn money in ACN by building a big team. The bigger the team, the more money you make. You know, I think about my business just like any other major corporation. Just think about the number one team of any corporation. When you think about technology, you think about Apple. When you think about the NBA, you think about, you know, the Lakers. When you think about, just think about the football, you think about the Patriots. You think about the number one team. And in ACN, I want to have the number one team. And I'm not a sports guy, but I'm just thinking about, just look at the people that's number one. And it continue to be number one over and over and over and over again. And that's how I look at ACN. ACN is the number one company. Why? Because we're offering essential services. You know, I remember, you know, a couple of years ago when we was doing webinars on Zoom, when no one knew what Zoom was. But now everyone's talking about doing Zoom. Everyone's familiar with the service, and we can use it as an opportunity to build our business from home. Because guess what? People are stuck in the house with nothing to do. Where else in the world right now where you can have an opportunity? See, what I love about ACN is that we're not pushing a product. Just imagine right now if you had a whole bunch of products stuck in your driveway. You had a whole bunch of products stuck in your house right now. You can't go out and sell it. So imagine the amount of money that you're going to be losing right now if you was pushing a product. But we can agree we offering a service that's, number one, it's online. Number two, it's already on your website. And number three, you don't have to come out and set up the service. Someone, say, for example, they want to get home security. You place the order. Somebody else come out to the home and they set the service up for you. So the fact that everything that we're doing is all online, it's a no-brainer. So everything that you do in life, you're going to have ups, you're going to have downs. Why? Because you're learning something new. Before I got involved in ACN, I wasn't in ACN. I had to learn a lot of things. And even though I got involved at a pretty young age and made a lot of money fast, the moment that you give young people a lot of money fast, bad things will always happen. Why? Because we're not comfortable. We're not used to this. But if you continue to go through life and just never give up and never quit, because you're going to have times where you're going to feel like it. You're going to have a lot of bumps in the road, but you got to be tough. You can't give up, because the easiest thing to do is quit when times get hard. Most people just give up on their dreams. And in ACN, it's just like anything else in life. If you continue to work it, over time, you're going to continue to get everything that you want out of it, because now today, I've honestly been able to see the fruits of my labor. I've been able to have more time, freedom to be able to spend time with my son. And that's more important than any money, because I didn't remember my parents sitting down, spending time with me. I never remember my parents being home. So the fact that my son, he knows that, his daddy don't have a job, his daddy don't have the clock, and his daddy, he see me flying, he see me fly out, but I'm working. But when I'm there 24/7. We're hanging out all day. I'm not, hey, I'm gonna come pick you up after. No, he don't understand that language. He understands freedom. He does what he want to do. And to me, that's why I do the business. It's not about, it's really about just creating a foundation where, my kids can be able to just live a lifestyle without stress, live a lifestyle without worry. I'll be able to take on everything so that they don't have to worry about money when they get older. They don't have to know what being broke is like. They don't have to know what it feels like to struggle. I'm going to teach them how to build a business, but I'm not going to let my kids go through what I went through. And one of the things I tell you is that about when you're going through things in life, because you're going to go through things. And, the call today is going to be a little bit motivating, because if someone like me can go through these things and continue to pursue and never give up, never quit, never really take my foot off the gas and say, you know what, I'm done with ACN, I'm going to quit, I'm going to do something else, because that's what most people do when life get hard. They quit and they go try something else and they quit that. And when that gets hard, they go quit and do something else. And they continue to quit, and it becomes a habit. And just imagine you creating a habit of quitting. What do you think you're going to teach your kids? What do you think you're going to teach your family members, the people that look up to you? You're going to teach them, hey, when times get hard, go quit. No, you have to pursue, you have to push, and you have to never, ever give up. And one of the things that I learned is that by me learning so many things in life by doing this business, what I really understood is that it was a blessing on the other side. I remember losing everything, and, I had to start the budgeting. And I'm like, you know what? I watched a documentary one day, and they talked about minimalism. They talked about living on less. And guess what I tried? I tried it out, and I realized that you don't need $10,000 a month to survive. You don't need 15. Yes, it's great to have it, but you don't need, because most people in that situation, when they go from living a certain lifestyle and they lose it at the moment, they go crazy. But you got to trick your mind to say, you know what? This is only for a moment. So what I did was I changed some things in my life. I cut down on some things. I cut down on all the bad habits. I say, you know what? I'm going to start eating meat. Why? Because it's expensive. It's expensive to go out to eat. It's expensive. So what I did was I started eating meat. So I haven't eaten meat in 3 years. So most people, they might be thinking, wow, you're crazy, but I probably saved almost $15,000-$20,000, because I don't have these habits of saying, you know what, I want to go to Ruth Chris. I used to love going to Ruth Chris every single week, but I say, you know what, no more Ruth Chris right now. You know what, no more eating out right now. No more taking all these crazy trips right now. No more wasting money on cars right now. No more doing certain things that wasn't helping me. And I started working on my inner self. And I started reading more. I started learning more information about business in general. I started studying the people that wanted, that had what I wanted in life. And I just started working on myself. So even though I was going through a storm in life, the storm was actually a blessing, because the person I am now, I'm way better than the person I was when I first started this business. Because now it's not about the money. Making money is easy, but it's about the person that you become in the process. Is the knowledge, is the information. What can you share with other people that can improve their life? And if all you got to offer people is money, then you really don't have much. And I realized that, yes, you can make a lot of money, but people don't care about how much money you make. People care about what you can pour into their life. People care about what you can give them that's going to help them for generations to come. So I just took the time to really just start working on myself, start growing more spiritually, and just really start focusing on the things that really matters, because we all have people that's looking up to us. And it's great that we got involved in Asian to make money, but why not get involved in Asian to become a better person? Why not grow as an individual in all aspects of your life? Not just about money, but spirituality. Let's grow in your health life. Take care of your health, because one thing I learned is health is wealth. No matter how much money you make, if you're not healthy, what's the point in making money? So at a young age, I realized that it's not just about making money. It's not just about no days off, grinding, being in the club, things like that. All of that is great, but it's really about, working on all different aspects of your life. And that's one of the really things I learned in ACM by watching some of the leaders, just studying them. And yes, some of these people, they make a lot of money, but I watch how, their habits, they have great habits. And those great habits are the reason why they're still successful today. It's not just about how much money they got in the bank account. We already know that. But the fact that these individuals have something that they can offer me that I can pass on to my kids one day. And I know for a fact that I'm not the same person I was. And I'm happy that I went through certain things in life because it teaches you to grow. It teaches you. I don't like working out. Now I started wake up in the morning. I do some workout. I read. I watch, motivational videos. Every single day I wake up with a purpose. I have a vision board. That's one of the things that I was really big on. And when I first got involved in ACN was having a vision board. And the reason why, because with no vision, you have no future. See, most people say they want a lot of things in life, but they don't have it right in front of them all the time. You said you want to be a regional vice president, senior vice president. You want to be a RD. You say you want to be whatever you want to be out of life. Do you have it written down? Is it in front of you? Do you read it every single day? What are you looking at? When I look at my vision boards every single day, it's in my phone. I have it written now. I have almost 30 different journals about everything that I want in life that I've been writing in for the past 7 years. So one day I can look back and go in my journals and reread it and be like, wow, I wrote this down years ago, but guess what? I have it now. Because most people, they're not going to believe in your dreams. And one of the things that you have to get now is that there's a reason why they don't believe in your dreams, because it's not their dreams. It's your dream for a reason. Number one, you got to stop caring about what other people think. You can't care what nobody thinks. I don't care what my mother think about me doing ACM. I don't care about what anybody in this world think about, because guess what? At the end of the day, no one's going to feed you. No one's going to take care of your family. No one's going to give you money. No one's going to do anything for you. No one is coming to save you. So I already have that mindset in my mind where I already know nobody's coming to save me. So what's the point of me crying about my situation? What's the point of me crying about what I'm in? I have to work to get myself out of it so that at the end of the day, I can learn from it and never put myself back into these situations. So a lot of people go through things in life, but they never truly learn from it. They just keep going through it over and over and over again and say, why am I continuing living in this cycle? Because you never took what you learned from what you went through. And every time you go through something, you have to grow through it. You have to learn from it so that you never put yourself back in those situations ever again, because in life, you're always going to be tested. There's no person that's successful that's never been tested over and over and over. And one of the things I've always heard, for every level is a new devil. And that's one of the realest quotes. The moment that you make a decision that you want to take your life to another level, you will be tested. But that's the moment where you can't give up. You can't quit. And you just got to keep fighting. You got to know in your mind that you're still going to pursue this goal. And the reason why you're going to pursue it, because your why is big enough. And if you don't have a big why, you're going to quit when times get hard. And guess what? Everyone is going to go through a situation where you're going to be in a position where you have to make a decision. Do I continue to keep going, or do I just quit and go back to the lifestyle that I said I didn't want anyway? And guess what most people do? They quit. I was just going through my social media, just doing the cleansing, and I just watched the thousands of people that I ran across in ACN. And I looked left and I looked right. They're no longer here. I've watched thousands and thousands of people just give up and quit on their dreams just because life get in the way. And I remember when I went to college, they told me the same thing: look left and look right. You're not going to see these people next year. And guess what happened? The same thing happened in college. The same thing happened in business. And the same thing is going to happen in life. Everyone that you started with, you will not finish with. You have to be the person that says, I'm still going to be here. I'm still going to grind. I'm still going to put in the work. I'm still going to do what I have to do in order to achieve what I have to achieve. Because guess what? As you can see today, jobs are going away. Most of these restaurants are not coming back. Most of these businesses, they're not going to be able to come back. Why? Because the economy is changing. If people see now that, hey, I can still work from home and be productive and still make money, why would I want to get up 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, get on the highway, sit in traffic, and drive to a location for 8 to 10 hours, sit at a place I don't like, just to make the same amount of money that I can do making it from home? Why? Does that even make sense? Does that make sense? To get up 6 o'clock every morning, 5, 6, 7 days out of the week, to go do something you don't like for half of the day, for half of your life, just to receive a little paycheck that can't even pay for all of the bills. You got to ask yourself, how long do I want to continue just living to pay for bills? And I love the fact that we get paid on bills, because no matter what happens, you still have to pay for it. No matter what happens, every 30 days, you still have to pay for your TV bill. You have to still pay your gas and electricity, your cell phone. You still have to pay for home security. You still got to pay for every single service that we offer. Why would you not want to put yourself in the position of a transaction that has to happen? If the economy is going good, if the economy is going bad, you're still going to have to pay bills. That's what I love about ACN, because we haven't been affected. The fact that now that more people are more open to working from home, we have a better opportunity, because people are going to be rushing to us when this is over saying, what do you have to offer? Because I don't trust my job no more, because I've been through too many situations where I got furloughed, or when, business slowed down. Just think about how many things happened in the past couple of years. How many times have you seen the government shut down? Now you've seen the country shut down. So who knows what's going to happen next? So what are you going to do today to set your family up and put them in a position where they're going to be recession proof? No matter what's going on in the economy, your economy is straight. I don't care about what's going on in the White House. I don't care about what's going on in my house, because that's the only house I can control. I don't pay attention to what's going on in the news. I pay attention to the news that I'm going to deliver to my family. See, it's all about switching your mindset. It's all about changing your mindset. What do you want out of life? See, most people, they say they want something out of life, but they really, truly don't know what they really want. So the purpose of this call, honestly, is just, what do you want? Because you can't get something that you don't want. So after you get off this call, really sit down, take some time. Actually, I just spent some time, and I'll show you real quick. I think it was 2 days ago. I'm making a new vision board. What do you want? This is new. This is my goal. I want to make $20,000 a month. I want to purchase my dream home. Who do I do it for? What do you want? What's your goals? See, listen, if you don't have any goals, you don't have any vision, you're not going to be able to pursue it. See, most people, I'm not just talking just to talk. I'm telling you, that's a new vision board I made this week. Everything that I want in life, I have it in front of me. I already know it. So when I go through things in life, guess what? I just laugh and keep going. Take it day by day. Why? Because I know for a fact I'm going to come out on top because of my mindset. This business is 90% mindset, it's 10% physical. Most people think, yes, you can rip and run the streets all day doing a business. But if your mindset is not right, you're going to be testing, you're going to quit. You're going to give up. You're going to stop doing the things that you was doing. And you're going to stop building your team. You're going to stop acquiring customers. You're just going to stop doing it. Why? Because you said, I can't do it no more. But you just got to keep going. That's the only thing I've ever done in this business. I just keep going, and I've been through a lot of things that I can't even talk about. But I'm still here today, and that's all that matters. I'm still here today. I'm not going anywhere, and I still will become ACN's youngest senior vice president. And my goal is October 27, 2020. I don't care about anything else. I care about pursuing my goals, because it's my goals that's going to give me everything I want out of life. So I definitely hope I was able to help some people on this call. I know we're all stuck in home, but go out there and build your business. Build a business where as though you don't have to continue to build it, and it's still going to build for you. Don't just build a team that's of people. Build a business. And if you build a business, the business is going to help you build the people. Because if you can't build a business, how can you help other people build their business? If you don't know how to build ACN, how can you help somebody else build ACN? So first, you actually have to learn how to do it. You have to be the person that's going to take the beating. You're going to have to be the person that put in the time, put in the effort. So when your peoples come to you and they have problems, say, I've been there. I've been there already. Most people haven't even lost big people in their teams yet. I've been there. Most people haven't even been betrayed by people that they was close friends with. I've been there. I've been through most situations that most people, they're going to go through one day, and they're not going to know how to deal with it. But guess what? If I can deal with it and I can still be here today, you can deal with it also. But you got to be able to pursue. You can't give up. You can't quit. You just got to keep going. Like, you just can't. And it's going to be hard. Anything that's worth having in life, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to happen overnight. This is a lifelong business. You're never going to stop, quote unquote, doing ACN. You're just going to build enough leaders where they're running the business and you showing up and you helping your new people, help new people have success. Like, I have a young guy on my team. He's less than 50 customers away from regional director. He's 19 years old, college student. I didn't personally work with him, but I taught somebody else that I worked with that was in college, and now he's teaching him. And now, if a 19-year-old can become a regional director with no business background, What is someone that went to college and graduated? What is someone that have a good job? What is someone that already experienced life? They don't even know what life is about yet, but they're about to hit a position where their life can change forever. So if we can do it, you can do it too, because we came from Baltimore City. You know, we had no business background. We came from one of the most dangerous cities and built ACN in that city. And today we have a team of almost 1,200 business partners. October this year, making my 7th year in the company. I grew up in the company. Just imagine where I'll be at in 3 more years. Just imagine what I can do in a decade, and I'll still probably be 29. Just imagine I took my 20s and sacrificed it to build a business so that when I turn 30, 30 will be the new 20s. I know most people say 30 is the new 20s, but for me, it will be, because guess what? As you know, in ACN, the more money you make, the younger you look, the younger you feel, the more healthy you become. So that's why I look at ACN as my 20s. I'm going to sacrifice it so that my 30s can be my new 20s. And I can do all the things that I watch all my friends traveling and living that best life. But I'm going to do it in a way where money will not be an issue and time will not be an issue. So hopefully everyone on this call was able to take something and go out there and build your business. Just build your business and just never give up, because you will be tested. And you just got to keep grinding. You just got to keep grinding and just never give up. That's my number one thing. Just never give up. Never quit. Just keep going. So I do want to thank you, Mr. Thomas, for having me on this call. And, you know, if you have any questions, I'm free to answer.
Mr. Cooper, I love it, man. I love it. 20 years old. Listen up, everybody. Started at Applebee's. Then turned that into a 6-figure income. Listen up. 6-figure annually by 21. Hint, hint. That's over $8,385 a month at 21 years old. He's got a 3-year-old son. He's 27 now. 7 years he's been involved with ACN. He said by his 30s, what? Watch out. We are the #1 company. And they told him when to go to college, don't look over your left shoulder, your right shoulder. People won't be here graduating with you. And the same thing with ACN people. We've all seen them come and go. 90% mindset. What's your mindset? That's why we have these calls every day. Get your mind right. 10% physical. RVP, next day is October 22nd, 2020 for his next promotion, which is going to be what, sir?
Senior Vice President.
There you go. He's already an RVP at 27. And watch this. He's been journaling for the last 7 years. I started my first journaling in 1997. No, 87. I'm sorry. That's how far back my journaling goes. Go figure it out later. So leaders leave clues. Success leaves clues. Yes, I've been journaling for a long time. He's been doing it for 7 years. So guess where his future is? It's already on target. Mr. Cooper, some people on here, I'm going to take a few more minutes. Some people don't know your background, where you came from. When you're talking about the inner city of Baltimore, will you describe where you were when you got started at 20, your mindset, and how great it went, and then how things went this way, and now you're back this way? Can you share that? Because I want people to understand the fullness, because they look at you as a 27-year-old titan, but when you first got going, you wasn't that way. So share when you first got going. I like to hear that story of what happened, so people can understand. It's going to happen to them too, possibly.
Sounds great. So when I first got involved in ACN, I was living in the hood, the hood of Baltimore, like, you know, shootings, drugs. You see people walking around like zombies every day, literally every day, you know. So when I got involved in ACN, the environment that I was around it's nothing business, you know. Most young guys, you either become a rapper, sell drugs, or become a basketball player. That was it. I couldn't play basketball. I seen what the lifestyle of selling drugs, and then I just didn't want to become a rapper. You know, I didn't want to become what everyone around me was trying to become. I wanted to become great. So by being involved in this negative environment of drugs, violence, shooting, you know, killing, you know, you can Google all of these things. These are happening every single day. You kind of become immune to it. You kind of think that's normal. You kind of think this is a normal lifestyle where you wake up every single day and you hang out in the hood. And I just didn't want that for myself, and I didn't want that for my family. So when I seen that people in ACN was living in these big houses, you know, they had the car, they had everything. They had the time, the freedom, the family. And I said, this is what I want. And that's what I've been chasing. And then, you know, I was able to achieve most of those things. I was able to move out of the hood. I was able to get the condo, to get the cars and things like that. And I lost them. I had to move back into my grandmother's basement, you know, close to the hood. And I had to be around some of those people, and they seeing me like, what you doing around here? I'm just like, man, I'm just building my business. You know, I remember, you know, moving to Texas, you know, and, you know, having to pay for a spot and I'm sleeping on an air mattress, you know, building my business. And that's how I got RVP done. You know, I remember having to lose all my cars and had to rent a car. And I remember the car was ripped up, you know. I remember driving one day and the front hood came back and smashed on the windshield. I left the car on the side of the road and came back home, you know. And the only reason why, because I couldn't let it stop me. I couldn't let nothing stop me. No matter losing everything, literally just being broke, just losing it. Just imagine you making hundreds of thousands of dollars and, you know, you saving your money, you know, you're living below your means and you're doing good, and then you lose everything. You know, most people will go crazy, and I almost went there. You know, I started becoming an alcoholic, like, and I never really liked to drink. You know, I was drinking 2 bottles of wine a day, you know, a 6-pack of beer before PBRs and things like that, just to numb the pain because I was losing everything. From there, I just made a decision that I don't want to live like that. I stopped drinking. You know, I cleaned my life up. I stopped, you know, eating crazy. I take care of my health. And I just literally just changed the person that I became by losing everything and became a better person out of it. So I'm definitely thankful for everything that I went through, because if I didn't go through those situations, I would still probably be doing some of the same things I was doing before.
Mr. Cooper, tell everybody how you almost lost everything. I think that's what, tell everybody what you went through, almost lost everything. And then you made a dramatic comeback.
So I had 2, I don't even call them best friends, but I had 2 guys that I started with. We built the business, we got involved, you know, everyone's making money. They're making money, I'm making money, and became jealous and literally ripped my team apart. I mean, I went from at the top of the company. I literally was going to be senior vice president in 2 years, because these guys was literally halfway done to RVP that first year. And from that point on, they became jealous and they ripped my team apart. And I remember going on, we had went on a trip and came back from the trip, and they came home and made a decision. They was going to quit. They was going to take people with them. And that moment, I had to rebuild my whole entire organization. So just imagine you go from a huge team of people to now people don't want to do it because of the drama. People want to choose sides. People want to leave with this one. And I lost everything. I mean, literally, my money went from here to like there. I remember just being in a condo, backed up on rent, you know, condo backed up, no money for gas, just literally trying to survive. Yes, I'm still making money in ACN, but my lifestyle was so high, you know, and I literally lost everything. And I just made a decision, was like, man, I'm not going out like this. I'm not going to be one of those used to be stories. So what I did was I said, I'm going to get up and I'm going to grind. And guess what I've done? I've rebuilt, you know, both of those same organization of businesses. And today, those 2 legs of businesses are on the charts. If you look on the charts right now, instead of being those 2 guys, it's their best friends. It's their best friends that they brought in that's now topping the charts. And they're now is about to be RVP in the next couple of months. That's going to promote me to senior vice president. So look how the tables turned. They thought them leaving was going to hurt me, but now their business is stronger than ever. The people are better than ever, and they're not here. And now their businesses is thriving, but guess who's getting the benefits? Me and their best friends, not them. So if you think about it, it was a blessing. They was only supposed to be around for a little bit of time. Most people would think, why would they quit on me? Everyone's not meant to be on the journey with you forever. They're only meant for a certain time period. So don't get mad when certain people quit. Just understand that their time is up. It's going to be somebody else's time that's going to take place and continue to help you get to where you need to go.
Wow, that was amazing. You know, I know when you guys got going, you were on the charts forever, on top this, top that. and your group was called, watch it smile everybody, it was called the Wolf Pack.
The Wolf Pack.
Tell everybody the culture that you taught, the culture you have in your group. Talk about the culture.
So the culture that we have is just never giving up. If you know wolves, they work as a team, they work as a unit, and you can't get to just one person because we all have the mindset of we're going to the top. And no matter what, everything that we all go through, everyone in my organization, my leaders, we all go through different things, but they have the mindset of, never giving up, never quitting. Even though it's tough, they might be going through it at the moment. They just never give up, and they work and they really, honestly, they really do what it takes to help people. And that's the number one thing is that you got to have a big heart, because if you don't have a big heart, you're not going to put other people before yourself. And in ACN, sometimes you're going to have to put other people before yourself. I remember spending so much money and time helping people. Most of those people not here today, but some of the people that actually poured time and money into, they're still here today. So you never know who's going to be the person. But if you don't pour into anyone, then you're never going to get anything. Because I look at this like this: somebody poured into me, somebody helped me out. It's my opportunity to help somebody and give back. And some of those people, they might hurt you, but some of the people, they might help you. So you never know who's going to hurt or who's going to help you. But the fact that you're actually doing something to give back and help somebody else, you're going to be blessed in the long run.
Yeah, I was taking notes on what you just said, pouring into people. And I know some of you think, well, how he does a culture? He just told you. He pours into these conference calls. What do you think we do with these conference calls? We pouring into you. The 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock. What are we doing? Pouring into you. Wednesday nights and Friday nights at 6 o'clock p.m. Pacific Coast time, pouring into you. You got to pour into people like a vessel, pour into people. Somebody poured in his life and he just poured out what he knew and read, and now he's right back, and now he's RVP again, and he's just killing the business because he understands. He just grinds day by day, night by night. He's a grinder. What did he say? The Wolf Pack. What's the Wolf Pack stand for? Never giving up. Guess what you should do? Never give up. And he says, well, that's what wolves do. They never give up. People always think there's a secret. Just become a wolf. Think like he's thinking. Wolves work in packs. They pour into each other. They help each other. Matter of fact, I love watching the Animal Kingdom. I love to watch that because I suppose they have to take one down, one big animal. They work together. And guess what? They have the same mindset. And that prey and they eat it. I love watching Animal Kingdom. Teaches them. The problem is most of us been taught our whole lives to be a lone wolf maverick. A lone wolf maverick. What do I mean? Do it by yourself. Me, my, I, my. You want to see, so being in a is need to be. And that's what this is. We're on the same ship, going the same direction, different levels, from customer qualified to ETL to RD to RVP. We're all the same. And that's what I love about Mr. Cooper. He's still pouring into people. People that bid him, took advantage of him, backstabbed him, slept in his place, backstabbed him. He kept going. He didn't tell that story, but he kept going. I know that story. He kept going night and day. He kept going. No matter what, he just shook it off and kept going. Some of us are so weak, some little problem. Mr. Thomas, oh my God, Mr. Thomas. Whoa, get strong, get some backbone, get some posture. That's all he's talking about. Look, he came from the inner cities, one of the corners are selling drugs and bullets flying overhead. He still made it happen. The question is, do you have that kind of backbone and posture? That's why I have so much admiration for this young man. I just love this young man because he will be a senior vice president. Some of you won't be there because, my downline quit. My downline quit 3 times. The 4th time was a home run. His quit 2 or 3. Everything he went through, I've gone through. He's just younger than I am. And I'm inspired by him. And I want him to inspire you. Some of you might have turned off. That you're not who we want today. We want to be inspired by a young man like this. At 27 years old, got started when he was 20 at an Applebee's. And went through hell and back twice. And he's still stronger than ever. Go ahead on, King Kong.
Thank you. So it's just, honestly, it's just really a blessing going through some of these things. As Mr. Thomas was talking about it, I was just thinking back, I'm like, man, I've been through so much and I'm still here today. When I could easily just say, man, I'm done. I throw in the towel. I just never did it. Like, I don't know what quitting feels like. The will for me to win is bigger than the will for me to quit. Because guess what? In life, you're going to continue. You're just going to get tested. So if I was you on this call right now, just develop the mindset of a bulletproof mindset. Develop the mindset of you don't care about the things that's not helping you get to where you need to go. If it's not helping you, let it go. You have to have no emotions when it comes to things that's not helping you, because a lot of times most people are emotional, and just think about it. Somebody tell you, they don't want to support you. You're ready to quit your whole business because one person don't support you. Do you think Verizon have all the customers? Sprint? You have to think like a big business. Big business don't think with emotions. Big business, it's business. It's numbers. Who do the most advertisement, get the most customers. So if you're not advertising your business by going out there talking to people, you're not going to get a lot of customers. You're not going to get a lot of business partners. It's all numbers. So once you remove your emotions and you put the numbers, listen, for the past 7 years, we've been working, putting up numbers. It's not a secret. It's numbers. It's all numbers. But if you're not, I've been to every convention. I've never missed an event. This is all I've done. I sacrificed my 20s to give it to build my business. Most people are not willing to sacrifice 6 months, a year. Most people are not willing to sacrifice anything. And they want to expect to get the lifestyle. They want to have the money. Listen, if everyone made a lot of money easy, no one will have jobs. Just think about it. If everyone had a bunch of money by not doing anything special, everyone would be living comfortable. But how many people that's living comfortable? They said that about 87% of the average person in the U.S. live paycheck to paycheck. No matter how much money they make, they still live paycheck to paycheck. So you can still work a 6-figure job and still live paycheck to paycheck. That's not the lifestyle that I wanted. I didn't want to live a life in debt. I didn't want to live a life where I'm robbing Peter to pay Paul. I didn't want to spend my whole entire life worrying about paying bills. That's one of the reason why most young people look old now, because they're so stressed out about bills. They have $50,000, $60,000 worth of student loans, and they're 22, 23 years old. They trying to worry about how am I going to pay back this loan. They can't even afford to get a car. They can't even afford to get an apartment. They got to move back home with their parents. They're stressed out. They got to pay bills. They know for a fact that they're already starting off their life almost negative $100,000. How in the world do you think you're going to be successful coming out of debt of almost $100,000 and there's no jobs out here? You spent all this money. I'm not saying that don't get the degree, but I'm just saying, look at all the people right now that have these big jobs, that have these big titles. They're doing worse than most of the people that just work the regular little jobs. It's people at Walmart right now that's making money, that more money, because they can actually go to work than some people that have big degrees because they can't go to work. That company's not working online. So that's stuck in the house, not making no money, but guess what's still coming? Bills are still going to continue to come. That's what made sense about me when I got involved in ACN. I knew the value that people have to pay bills. People go to work to pay bills. People complain about paying bills, but no matter what, they still pay these bills every single month. If the economy is doing good, the government shut down, they might tell you can pay it late, but they will never tell you that you never have to pay it. So the fact that you still have to pay these bills, I know that I'm in one of the best opportunities in the whole entire world.
You just dropped the mic right there, sir. Bam, just dropped the mic. What'd he say? I've been telling you, take your emotions out of it. Ladies, gentlemen, take your emotions. It's so emotional. Take them out. And like he said, business is business. Right? They don't care about that. They're in business for business, not emotional. And last thing I want to say, Elton John song. What is that? I'm still standing. Yes, sir. You're still standing. See, we can all go play that. I want everybody to play that when we get off. Go to Pandora and play "I'm Still Standing" by Elton John, because you're still standing. You're still standing. You're great. You're unique. God made you special for a time as this, because He knew you could survive it. Sir, give us a few words in closing, Mr. Cooper. You're amazing today. You got me so fired up. I'm gonna walk 4 extra blocks today.
So a few words of closing. It's so much. It's so much. I knew I've written something down because I had so much. But one of the things I would tell you on this call is get the word. Get the word. One thing I'm so proud of myself was that I actually took the business serious. I actually took time to build the business serious because now I remember talking to Mr. Craig Provenzano, and he was like, if you always have to be in your business in order for your business to continue to grow, then you don't have a business. So I even took a time where for a couple months, I just let my team do their thing. They don't, like run your own business, get to work, run your own business. I told them get to work, run their own business. And guess what happened? They're running their own business. They're on the charts. They're putting up customers, hundreds and hundreds of customers every single month on their own. They're working. I'm not there doing all of the calls. I'm not doing all of the webinars. I'm telling them, work your business because I worked my business. And when I work my business, that's why they're in a position now where they know how to work their own business because they watch me work my own business. So it's just like a child. Your child is not going to listen to what you tell them to do. Your child is only going to do what they see you do. And in ACN, your business partners, they're like your kids. They're watching you to see what you do. So if you're not working, if you're not putting in any type of grind, if they can't respect you for building a successful business, they will never listen to you. If they don't listen to you, then you don't have a business. The only reason why my team respect me and they know that I actually put in the work because they actually seen it firsthand. So if I tell them something, they can't question me because I did it. I've been where you've been. I've been up and down the street. I've put hundreds of thousands of miles. I've driven across the country. I've done PBRs. I've done more PBRs in my business than most people on my team can ever do because I just did it every single day when I first got involved. I condensed the time frame. Don't look at what I do now. Look at what I did when I first started. See, when you want to find out what somebody did, look at when they first started. Look at when they was really, when they first getting out of the mud, when they first getting out of the dirt, when they getting out of that situation where they was just messed up. Look at the hunger that they had then. Don't look at where they at now. And a lot of people, they see senior vice presidents and RVPs and they think, oh, they just sitting back with their feet up. But they don't see the years and the years of money and time being away from your family and things like that. I remember when I had my son was born on October 27th and I got promoted to RVP October 29th. So I literally, after I had my son, the next 2 days, I hopped in a van from Houston and drove all the way to Arizona for my RVP promotion because I had to bring people on my team there. When I could have said, you know what, I'm going to sit at home with my son. Listen, I almost missed my promotion because my son, but I told my son, Mom, listen, I got to get promoted. This is for us. And they wasn't able to be there. So imagine my mom wasn't able to be there. At the moment, my little brother had got, arrested for doing something stupid. So my mom on FaceTime crying, my family not there. I was the only person at my promotion for RVP. And I put in years and years of work so that my family can be there, but there was nobody there. I had to be there to hold it for my family. And I understood that it's bigger than me. I could have been emotional. I could have been in my feelings, but I said, if this is how God wanted it for me right now, then this is what it is. Because I know that I'm going to be back on the stage to become a regional vice president, gold, platinum, and senior vice president. I know that this is just the beginning. He was just saying, listen, this is just a taste of it. Just get ready for it. Just taste it because this is yours. So after that moment, I said, listen, ACN is mine. I'm going to continue to go through ups. I'm going to continue to go through downs. But at the end of the day, when they mention ACN, they're going to have to mention my name right after they mention the company. That's how big I plan on being in this company. Matter of fact, I plan on being one of the biggest people in network marketing history and doing it from no business background, Baltimore City, and really started my business from nothing. And one day I will have a multi-billion-dollar in revenue business because that's my goal. What's yours?
Mr. Cooper, I love you.
Love you too, man.
Everybody, get to work. Everyone, get to work. Mr. Cooper, thank you so much. Age 20 to 27, his 20s for building an empire. So by the time he's 30, he's going to have a shirt like I have that says done on it. And he's going to have a lot of leaders that are going to be carrying on because he poured into them. And like he said, poured into them. I got page after page after page after page after page of notes. And I'm going to end it with this. Take your emotions out of it. It's only business. Watch The Godfather. And also, listen to L. Johnson, I'm Still Standing, because you're still standing. God bless you all. Tomorrow morning, we'll be back with Mr. Adam Roop. Same bad time, same back channel. Today, in about 3 hours, 3 hours. I'll be back at 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock. The 4 horsemen will be here doing the presentation. So get your guest on every day in the month of April, 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock Pacific Coast time. Every day, what does it mean? Every day, Saturday, Sunday, yeah, every day. So can we give Mr. Cooper a hand? Everybody show some love to Mr. Cooper so he knows how much we appreciate him. He's looking at us right now. He got that big old smile. I'm so proud of this young man at 27 years old. Can you imagine we will be at 28, 29, and 30? Girl, this young man is on fire. Hey, listen, ladies, don't let that stop you. Don't let that stop you. Be that mentor. Pour on your people. Be that person to vision cast. And remember what he said, people don't follow people with money, they follow people with vision. What's your vision? Or you cast a vision on people so they can see where you're going? Remember, without vision, people what? Perish. God bless you, Mr. Cooper. God bless everybody. See everybody there, 1 o'clock p.m. Yay! God bless. Thank you so much.